Student, this is the second part of the physical features of India from Geography 9th standard. In first lecture, we have seen about the Himalayas, then different ranges and their location, extent, all these things we have seen in the first lecture. Now come to the second feature of physical features of India, that is Northern Plain, which is on the 12 page number 12 of your textbook, that is Northern Plain, page number 12. So the Northern Plain has been formed by the interplay of three major river systems, and which are they? That is the Indus river, Ganga river and the Brahmaputra river. So Indus, Ganga and the Brahmaputra along with their tributaries in this plain, interplay of these three major rivers, the Ganga, Brahmaputra and Indus, and with their tributaries. This plain is formed of the alluvial site. Which type of soil is there on the Northern Plain? That is alluvial, which is very fertile soil. Why it is fertile? That we will see. The deposition of the alluvial in the vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalaya over millions of years form this plain fertile. Why this why this Northern Plain land? It is very fertile because of the deposition of soil from the Himalayan region at the footwell, and this deposited soil, which is called the alluvial soil, which is very fertile, and that is why these plains, Northern Plain, they are very fertile comparing to the other regions of India. And this Northern Plain spread over the area of 7 lakh kilometer, means it is very vast area of the Northern Plain. The plain being about 240 kilometer long. How much long it is? 2400 kilometer long, this Northern Plain, and 240 to 320 kilometer is broad. We are talking about the Northern Plain. Is densely populated. This Northern Plain, it is very densely populated, or much population is there. Physiographic division. With the rich soil covers the combined with adequate water supply. In this rich alluvial soil, there is combination of water supply. It is adequate, sufficient water supply, and favorable climate. In this Northern Plain climate, it is also favorable. It is agriculturally very productive part of India. If we consider about the other part related to the agricultural production, Northern Plain, they are very fertile. What is the reason? Because of deposition of this alluvial soil from the Himalayan mountain, and that is why this region, it is very fertile and more productive comparing to the other regions. Then this river coming from the northern mountain rivers, which rivers? Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra. They are coming from where? From the northern mountain. Which one? Northern mountain, Himalaya. are involved in the depositional work, means at the foothill of this depositional of this soil, deposition of this soil or depositional work. In this lower course, due to the gentle slope, lower course में क्या है, slope it is gentle and velocity of river decreases at the bottom, which result in the formation of riverine island. And which type of island form here and here? That is riverine island. The river in their lower course split into numerous canals. They split into numerous what? Canals. Why? Due to the deposition of silt. सिल्ट डिपोजिशन होने के कारण ये न्यूमरल्स कैनल्स में स्प्रेड हुई है, स्प्लिट हुई है. These canals are also known as distributary. What it is known as this canal? Distributaries. The northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. This northern plain broadly divided into three sections. Just we have seen that Himalaya, that parts of Himalaya or ranges divided into different sections. Shiva, one of them was that Shivali. All this we have seen. Here northern plain again divided broadly into three sections. The western part of the northern plain are referred to as Punjab plain. Western part, northern plain का जो western part है उसको क्या, वो कौन सा region आता है? That is Punjab plain and formed by the Indus and its tributary. और पंजाब प्लेन कैसे फॉर्म हुआ? Because of the Indus river and its tributaries के कारण. And the larger part of the plain lies in Pakistan. और इस प्लेन का ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा larger part कौन से कहाँ है? That belonging to the Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries. Indus and its tributaries. That is Jhelum, then Chenab, Ravi, Beas and this Satluj. They originated in the Himalayas. Means all these rivers, tributaries, they originate from where? That is Himalayas. Which river? Ravi, Chenab, Beas, Satluj, Jhelum. This section of the plain is dominated by the doabs. और ये section क्या है? Dominated by the doabs. Abs mean water. Do means do. जैसे for example Punjab. Punjab means फायु and Punj means फायु and ab means what? Water. That is called the Punjab. So here the Ganga plains extend between Ganga. It is also the northern plain, belonging to the northern plain. They extended between Ghagar and the Tista rivers. तो गंगा प्लेन किस इसमें है? Area between the Ghagar and Tista river, and it spread over the state of northern India. It spread over the northern India. Himalaya, Ganga plain extend between Ghagar and Tisa. We have seen. It spread over the state of northern plain, Haryana, Delhi, UP and Bihar, partly Jharkhand and West Bengal to its east. Particularly in Assam lies the Brahmaputra plain. Northern plains are generally described as flat. Northern plain, they are generally described as a flat land with no variation in its relief. Means only flat land is there and no variation, no mountain, no valleys, nothing. But these are flat plains. It is not true This vast plain also have the diverse relief features. Though it is called the plain, northern plain, but still it has the diverse relief feature. Means different type of land. According to the variation in the relief features, northern plain can be divided into 4 regions. Northern plain 4 regions में divide है. The rivers after descending from the mountain, the rivers after descending from mountains deposits pebble in the narrow belt. Pebble means stone. That deposit pebbles in the narrow belt of about 8 to 16 kilometer with the width lying parallel to the slope of Shivalik. Shivalik, it is one of the range of the Himalaya. It is known as Bhabar और उसको क्या कहा है? Bhabar. All the streams disappear in the Bhabar belt. और ये जो streams है वो Bhabar बेल्ट में क्या होते हैं? डिसअपियर. साउथ ऑफ द बेल्ट एंड स्ट्रीम एंड रिवर्स re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region. Wet, swampy and marshy means always having the water. Land that is covered with the water. They are known as which region? That is Tarai. Tarai region. What is the feature of this Tarai region? Always that is wet, swampy and marshy. This was a thickly forest region full of wildlife. Tarai region, it is thickly forest area with full of the wildlife, different type of wild animals, plants found in this Tarai region. The forests have been cleared to create the agricultural land, and in this Tarai region, from this Tarai region, forest clear for what purpose? For the agricultural production. They made that land after clearing this forest, and they use this Tarai land for the agricultural land, and so settle the migrant from the Pakistan after the partition. Many migrants, refugees that came over this fertile plain, they clear this plain, which they clear the forest, and then they settle down this migrant after the partition. Locate दुधवा नेशनल पार्क इन दिस रीजन. और इस रीजन में कौन सा नेशनल पार्क है? दुधवा नेशनल पार्क. So the largest part of the northern plain is formed of the older alluvium. Means ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा part, largest part of this northern plain is formed by the old alluvial soil, or that is called the older alluvium. They lie above the flood plain of the river and present a terrace-like feature. They present terrace-like feature. This part, it is known as Bhangar. So they are renounced almost. They are renounced almost. They are renounced almost every year. Sorry, they are renew. This renew almost every year, and so are fertile, thus ideal for the intensive agriculture. Means this fertile plain, northern fertile plain, they are very ideal for the agricultural purpose. Why? Because they are very fertile, alluvial deposited from the north Himalayan part, and because of this region or northern plain, they are very fertile region. So all this we have seen about the northern plain and how they deposit the soil and different regions, which are different region in this um, northern plain that we have seen. So this section, what we have seen, Punjab plain and Indus basin. Then we have discussed about the Ganga plain and or basin. Then we have seen the division on the basis of variation in the relief feature. First division is that of the Bhabar belt. Then second, Tarai belt, and third one, Bangar belt. All this we have seen. And last one is Khadar belt, where they lies. All this we have seen. Then come to the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau, it is tableland. Plateau, it is what? Which type of land? That is table. Tableland, just like the structure of table, means above the ground level and plain. It is tableland composed of the old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rocks. It is formed due to breaking and drifting of the Gondwana land. पेनिनसुलर प्लेटू कैसे फॉर्म हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ ब्रेकिंग एंड ड्रिफ्टिंग द गोंडवाना लैंड एंड दस मेकिंग द पार्ट of the oldest landmass. Already in first lecture we have seen Gondwana, that is oldest land form. So here this is on the page number 13 of your textbook. Page number 13 of your textbook, Peninsular Plateau. So peninsular plateau, it is table land composed with the old crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rock, just we have seen. It was formed due to the breaking or drifting of the Gondwana land, thus making it part of the oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys. इस plateau को क्या है? Broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills belonging to this peninsular plateau. This plateau consists of two broad divisions, namely the Central Highland and another one is Deccan Plateau. Means peninsular plateau consists of two broad divisions. Which are these? That is Central Highland and another one is Deccan Plateau. Means peninsular plateau divided or division taken place by these two names. Central part of the peninsular plateau lying to the north of Narbada. Central highland जो है या central part of this peninsular plateau, which rivers are there? Plateau lying to the north of the rivers. Narbada river. Narbada river के north side पे, covering with the major area, and that is Malwa Plateau, is also known as the Central Highland. मालवा प्लेट्यू को क्या कहा है? कौन से लैंड पे? सेंट्रल हाईलैंड. इट इज द सेंट्रल हाईलैंड, वन ऑफ द पार्ट ऑफ पेनिनसुलर प्लेट्यू. देन Vindhya ranges is bounded by the Central Highland on the south. साउथ में सेंट्रल हाईलैंड के साउथ में कौन से रेंजेस है? विंध्य रेंजेस. एंड द अरावली ऑन द नॉर्थन साइड. और सेंट्रल हाईलैंड के नॉर्थन साइड पे क्या है? अरावली रेंजेस. द फर्दर westward extension gradually merge with the sandy and rocky desert of the Rajasthan. Further westward extension, कहाँ extension हो रहा है? Westernward, and this merge with the sandy rocky desert, and which from where? That is Pakistan. That is Rajasthan. The flow of river draining this region, namely Chambal. Which river is there? That is Chambal, and Sindh, and Betwa, and the Ken is from the southern west to northeast. Southern west to northeast. Which rivers are there? Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, and Ken. Thus indicating the slope. The central highland are wider in the west. सेंट्रल हाईलैंड जो है वो वाइंड कहाँ हो रही है? वाइंडर इन द वेस्ट, बट नैरोअर इन द ईस्ट. ईस्ट पे नैरो है, और वाइंडर दे आर ऑन द इन द वेस्ट. विच लैंड? सेंट्रल हाईलैंड ऑफ द पेनिनसुलर प्लेटू. ईस्टर्नवर्ड एक्सटेंशन. Eastward extension of this plateau are locally known as Bundelkhand. Bundelkhand and Bagelkhand. Bundelkhand and Bagelkhand, these are the two local names. These are two local names where this highland of this peninsular plateau goes on the eastward extension. Eastward extension को, इस हाईलैंड को, सेंट्रल हाईलैंड को क्या कहा है? लोकली बुंदेलखंड एंड बागेलखंड. द छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू मार्क द फर्दर ईस्टर्नवर्ड एक्सटेंशन. और ज़्यादा, और इस ईस्टर्नवर्ड एक्सटेंशन में कौन सा प्लेटू है? छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू, ड्रेन बाय द दामोदर रिवर. और एक छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू कैसे फॉर्म हुआ? बिकॉज ऑफ ड्रेनिंग फ्रॉम दामोदर रिवर. दिस प्लेटू फॉर्म, उस नेम इज छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू, एंड इट इज़ द ईस्टर्न. इट इज़ एक्सटेंडेड ऑन द ईस्टर्न पार्ट ऑफ दिस हाईलैंड, सेंट्रल हाईलैंड. All this is about the central highland of the northern plateau, which just we have seen, central highland. Then another division, there were two divisions. So one of them is central highland, another one is that is Deccan plateau. It is from the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau divided into two regions, central highland, and another one is Deccan plateau, and is a triangular landmass. Deccan plateau कैसा है? Triangular landmass that lies to the south of the river Narbada. और कहाँ है ये? It is south of the Narbada river. The Satpura the Satpura range flank in its broad base in the northern, while the Mahadev, then Kaimur hills and the Michael range form its eastern extension. डेक्कन प्लेटू का ईस्टर्न एक्सटेंशन जो है उसमें क्या है? महादेव, खैमूर हिल्स एंड माइकल रेंजेस, दे फॉर्म वेयर बाय द ईस्टर्न extension. Locate these hills and ranges in the physical map of the India of this Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau is higher in the west. Deccan Plateau is higher in the west and slope generally easternward. Slope कहा जाता है easternward, and they are higher in which direction? West. An extension of the plateau, extension of this Deccan Plateau is also visible in the northeast. Extension of this Deccan Plateau is also visible, दिखाई देता है कहाँ? North east, and locally known as Meghalaya, locally known is what? Meghalaya Karbi Anglong Plateau and North Chachar Hill. Means these are local name of this northern east of the extension, northeast extension of this Deccan Plateau. It is separated by the fault from the छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू, और ये सेपरेटेड हुआ कहाँ से? फ्रॉम द छोटा नागपुर प्लेटू. Three prominent hill ranges from the west to east are Garo, then Khasi and the Janthia hills. These are three types of hill or hill ranges. These are prominent three hill ranges are there on this plateau: Garo, Khasi and Janthal. So here the western ghat and eastern ghats of the ghats mark the western and eastern edges of the Deccan Plateau respectively. This Deccan Plateau के western ghat, they are divided into two parts because of this Deccan Plateau. They mark the western and eastern edges of this Deccan Plateau, and they are called Western Ghat. And Western Ghat is lie parallel to the western coast. वेस्टर्न घाट जो है वो पैरेलल किससे है? वेस्टर्न कोस्ट से. दे आर कंटिन्यूअस एंड कैन बी क्रॉस थ्रू द passes only, and locate the Thal, Bhor and Pal ghats in the physical map. Then the western ghat are higher than the eastern ghat. Western ghat, generally in exam ask the difference between western and eastern ghat. These ghats are because of the Deccan Plateau. Deccan Plateau के कारण ये दो घाट्स है, ईस्टर्न साइड and western side, that is western ghat and eastern ghat. So western ghat are higher than the eastern ghat. Western ghat जो है वो higher है, highest है than the eastern ghat. Their average elevation is 900 to 1600 meter at the ghat western, as against to 600 meter of the eastern ghat. The eastern ghat stretch from the Mahanadi valley. ईस्टर्न घाट कहाँ से स्ट्रेच होता है, फैला हुआ है? महानदी वैली टू द Nigiras in the north. Eastern ghat are discontinuously and irregular and dissected by the river drain into Bay of Bengal. This river draining into where? Bay of Bengal. Eastern ghats are discontinuous and irregular. The western ghat causes orographic rain by facing rivers bearing most wind to rise along the western slope of the ghat. And western ghat are known as different local name, और ये western ghat जो है वो अलग अलग नेम से जाना जाता है. The height of the western ghat progressively increases from the north to south. Means height it is increases from north to south. जैसे साउथ में जाता है तो इसकी हाइट इंक्रीज होती है वेस्टर्न घाट की. The highest peak include the Anai Mudi. What is the height? 2695 meters. And Doda Beta, whose height is 2637 meter, and Mahendragiri 1501 meter is highest peak in the Eastern Ghat. ये 3 highest peak है whose heights are given. They are highest peak or highest region in the peak in the Eastern Ghat. Shevaroy Hills and the Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of the ईस्टर्न घाट. ईस्टर्न घाट के साउथ ईस्ट को कौन से हिल है? जावेदी एंड शेवराय. लोकेट द फेमस हिल स्टेशन. और यहाँ इस फेमस हिल स्टेशन हुज नेम इज उदम मंडलम, पॉपुलरली नोन एज उट्टी, पॉपुलरली नोन एज उट्टी, एंड द कोडाई कैनल. So these are located to the southeast of the Eastern Ghat, which places well familiar Kodai Canal and Uti. One of the distinct feature of the peninsular plateau is the black soil are known as Deccan trap. Means black soil here peninsular plateau की जो black soil है, they are known as Deccan trap. The black soil area known as Deccan trap. This is of the volcanic origin, hence the rocks are igneous. Rocks which are found in this, that is igneous rock. Actually, these rocks have denuded over time and responsible for the formation of black soil. Black soil formation के लिए which factor is responsible? This black soil form from the igneous rock. And Arvali Hills lie on the western and northwestern margin of the peninsular plateau. So these are highly eroded. Peninsular plateau south part, they are highly eroded hills and are broken hill and are found broken hills. They extended from the Gujarat to Delhi. They extended from Gujarat to Delhi in the southwest northeast direction. So all this we have seen about the peninsular plateau. Then Arvali Hills on the western and northwestern migrant of the peninsular plateau. All these things which we have seen. Then means Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat that we have seen their heights. So western, in short we will again discuss the Western Ghat. These are parallel to what? Western coast. Western Ghat, it is parallel to the western coast. They are continuous and can be crossed through the passes only. And Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghat that we have seen just now. And their average elevation, it is 900 to 1600 meters. And if we talk about the Eastern Ghat, that is their average elevation is 600 मीटर. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वो कितने हाइटेड है? 600. We are talking about Eastern. And Eastern Ghats stretch from Mahanadi Valley to the Nigris in south. And Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular. And rivers draining into the Bay of Bengal. that we have seen. Then come to the Indian desert, which is on the page number 14 of our textbook. It is important physiographic division of India. Some of its features are like this, means this Indian desert is having some features. Indian desert lies towards the western margin of the Aravalli hills. Aravalli hill के western margin पे है क्या? Indian desert. It is undulating sandy plain. Desert means obviously sandy plain occurs covered with the sand dunes. Sand dunes है. This region receive very low rainfall. Means if we talk about the desert, in desert very less rainfall receive, and that is 150 millimeter per year. It has arid climate. Climate कैसे है यहाँ का? Arid with the low very vegetation cover. Vegetation they are very low here. Streams appear during the rainy season. Rainy season में यहाँ streams दिखाई देते हैं. Soon after they disappear into the sand as they do not have enough water to reach the sea. Luni is only the large river in this region. So which river is there in this Indian desert? Luni. Okay. So Barchan cover, it is crescent shaped dunes. Barchan, it is one of the dunes whose shape is a crescent. Cover the larger area. This cover the larger area. This cover the what? Larger area. What? Barchans. But longitudinal dunes become more prominent. Longitudinal dunes become very prominent near the Indo-Pakistan boundary. If you visit Jaisalmer, you may go to see a group of Barchans. So all these things we have seen in about the Indian desert. So what we have seen in this Indian desert, which is 14 page number, means this Indian desert lies towards the western margin of the Aravalli hills. It is sandy plain. Basically it is sandy plain with the sand dunes, and rainfall below what? 150 millimeter per year. And streams appear in which season? Rainy season. And its vast expanse is covered with the sand dunes, and it has arid climate. कैसा climate होता है? Arid with the low vegetation. Because of arid climate, vegetation is very low. And which river is there in large river? Luni. So all these things, and crescent shaped dunes. And what is called that crescent shaped dunes? Barchan. They are prominent feature of the Indian desert. This we have seen. So this is about the Indian desert, and in next lecture, next part, we will see coastal plain, then coastal plain, corals, islands, all these things we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, thank you student.